2 years ago, Aston Martin unveiled the production version of their long-awaited hypercar, developed in collaboration with Red Bull Racing and the aerodynamicist Adrian Newey, the Aston Martin Valkyrie. The Valkyrie, and its even more insane track-only version, the Valkyrie AM-R Pro, represent a paradigm shift in the hypercar industry. The notion of a racing car for the road, in previous years, was just a marketing term, but now is an actuality. The Valkyrie, with its extreme aerodynamics such as a massive diffuser, are said to give it insane performance, comparable to the performance of a Le Mans prototype. At the 2019 Geneva Motor Show, Aston Martin unveiled their third mid-engine hypercar, the Aston Martin AM-RB 003, the so-called son of Valkyrie. Just like the Valkyrie, the AM-RB 003 has a chassis and a body made entirely out of carbon fiber, is developed in partnership with Red Bull, and has extreme aerodynamics for a road-legal car. However, the moniker son of Valkyrie isn't entirely accurate because in some ways, the AM-RB 003 is more clever than the Valkyrie from which it came. The AM-RB 003 has many of the aerodynamic characteristics of the Valkyrie. The front of the car has a multi-element front wing and a massive opening for airflow to pass through. On the side plates of the front wing, there are specially shaped elements used to manage the front tire wake. The car also has headlights which are very similar to the Valkyrie. The cockpit of the AM-RB 003 is very narrow as well to reduce drag. Unlike the Valkyrie, however, this car has two front intakes next to each front wheel arch. These intakes are said to feed air through the bodywork in the doors to the engine bay in the rear of the car. They intake clean air from the front of the car, which allows them to have a smaller opening than traditional intakes positioned further down the car. Around the side, the AM-RB 003 has a massive side vent that helps extract air from the front wing as well as from the front tire. Underneath the side vent, there are aerodynamic elements that help manage the airflow coming from the front wing. There is also an element similar to that on the side plate of the front wing, presumably to manage the rear tire wake. The AM-RB 003 also has independently raised wheel arches, similar to that of the Valkyrie. In the rear of the AM-RB 003, there is a massive rear diffuser, just as in the Valkyrie, although slightly smaller and less extreme. With that being said, the diffuser of the AM-RB 003 is significantly more extreme than most other road cars. The rear also has taillights, which are similar in style to the Valkyrie, as well as rear cooling vents and vents from the rear wheel arches. In the traditional position of a rear wing, the AM-RB 003 has a very clever piece of engineering called flex foil. The flex foil carbon element can change its shape to become a high downforce airfoil or flatten out to reduce drag. The AM-RB 003 has no rear window, rather, it possesses vents for cooling the engine bay, twin exhaust pipes from the engine, and a roof air intake for the engine. The engine itself is a brand new twin turbocharged V6 developed entirely by Aston Martin. It is mounted in a rear mid-engine position and coupled to an electric motor to drive the rear wheels. The front wheels are driven by another electric motor, completely independent from the rear. Thus, the powertrain of the AM-RB 003 is driving all four wheels, something that the rear-wheel drive Valkyrie does not have. The interior of the AM-RB 003 is far more luxurious and spacious than the Valkyrie. The front windshield provides for a panoramic view of the road ahead. The traditional rear-view mirrors of most cars are replaced with cameras on either side of the car, with electronic displays on either side of the cockpit for the wing mirrors, and an electronic display on the roof for the center rear-view mirror. The steering wheel itself has a multitude of buttons and switches, with a configurable electronic display in place of a traditional dashboard. There is no central console in this car, rather, a mount for a phone to be placed, and for the phone to be used as the central console of the car. The air vents in the cabin are very thin and run along the edge of the cabin. The interior is filled with luxurious and lightweight materials, from leather to ballistic nylon on the seats to 3D printed carbon fiber. The seating position of the driver is similar to that of a racing car, but less extreme, with the heel point of the driver being higher than the hip point. The seat is fixed in place, and the steering wheel and pedal box adjust to fit the driver. All of these features combine to create what Aston Martin calls apex ergonomics, in which the driver is aligned with the controls and has a limited amount of distractions or obstructions. The Aston Martin AM-RB 003 will be sold for a price of around £1 million, or around 1.3 million US dollars, and only 500 coupes will be produced. Is the Aston Martin AM-RB 003 the most promising hybrid hypercar set for the next decade? Let me know in the comments and be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Hewitt Cherry, and thanks for watching.